Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tully Television. And, yeah, we're back doing Thursday Tully Television live stream. And, anyone who is trying to get this mic going, maybe. Yeah, um, so we're doing our Thursday Tully Television live stream tonight. I never know if this microphone is working or not during these live streams. I try to, it's hard for me to tell. Um, I gotta test that out. But tonight on Tully Television, we're going to be talking about some hauls I got in the mail. Uh, we finally got the first look in person for merch. If you guys are interested, I'm going to show you the shirt I got in. I'm going to put the link to the description down in the description box after the stream. Going to be talking about a movie me and the family seen called My Spy, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about DMX and his passing and my thoughts on that. But let's start off by checking the shirt out. You know, so I'm gonna stand up here, and we got Tully Television, of course, with a television, and this is a 420 friendly channel. I don't know if you guys were ever able to tell or not. Some of you may have. Um, I may seem uh, just let's just say I partake in 420 activities. Uh, Mrs. Tully Television doesn't mind that so much, as long as it doesn't interfere with anything. But yeah, I we are a 420 friendly channel, and that's the shirt. I'm gonna put the link in below when the stream is done for bonfire.com. I'm gonna put a copy of the link to my campaign. There's going to be a few different styles and different colors you can choose from within each style. And I hope you can take a look. And if you're interested, yeah, pick one up. If not, no worries, no pressure about that. I'm definitely going to be continuing to make more shirts in the future, and I'm thinking about maybe doing the designs on coffee mugs and face masks too. I'm not too sure if that will be something that you guys will be interested in. Maybe something a little bit more, something a little inexpensive compared to a shirt, or what have you. But yeah, that if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave it down below when we're done. Bonfire is the site, and it's going to be Tully Television V3. This design. I had two designs before that. I wasn't able to get anything off the floor with that because I'm still trying to learn a lot of this stuff that comes with this. So, you know, bear with me. Bear with me. But I wanted to show you something that the missus had gotten me. And this was something I talked about in the past on one of the streams, and that's me losing the green lion to Voltron when I was a child around Christmas time. And the missus came along and purchased Green Line for me. It's da-da, yay! Look at that. Now it opens its mouth. It does the little like folds, It doesn't do the head thrust out, but you're able to move it around and do the little tail for when you form it with Voltron. So it may not be the exact green line I lost all those nearly 40 years ago, but I got some version of him back, and I'm very grateful for Chrissy for that. It brought back a lot of memories for me, and she suggests me buying the whole set in the future, even if it's one of the updated sets. It doesn't have to necessarily be the the 1984 set. But Pidge, the Green Line is back home, baby. He went to the moon, baby. Um, Now I'm gonna show you some books I got over this last year. This last week. Duh. I'm disappointed that this one book hasn't shown up yet, and I'm gonna start looking into it over the weekend. Um, I was really hoping for this Muppet Babies comic book to come in for some reason, just for Sherry and giggles, but it didn't come in yet. So I'm gonna go message the eBay guy and see what's going on with that. It was only like $1.50, but I'm not looking to lose $1.50 either. But let's get into some of these comics I got this last week. This first one I got was I bought for Chrissy. It's the new Harley Quinn. This is um, Harley Quinn #1. You see the Joker, Punchline. Hugo Strange is in this near the end, and this is basically after the future state stories are done, and they're rebooting everything. Um, I haven't read the story yet, but I do like the artwork on it, and Chrissy's very happy to want to put that up when I'm done with the stream. She wanted me to show it off to you guys. Yeah, I like the cover to that. I think there's a couple more covers to that one, but I liked that one more, so that caught my attention for her to add to her Harley Quinn collection. Now, um, I did a video that I'm waiting for my guy Tim to get to when he has the time. It was a Nightcrawler comic, and it was from 2004. 2004, yeah. 2004. And I read the first one, and this initial series lasted 12 issues of his. I liked the first issue so much, I got the second one here, and it's about him trying to figure out why that was a mass murder of children at a mental hospital, and dealing with that mystery and why that was happening. So far, so good. I did finish up the second one, and I was leaning towards just getting the first story arc just to see if I would want to finish up the rest of the issues that came in the series, being it was only 12 issues. But I feel like I'm already hooked enough to want to um, do that because I love the art in it, and I'm liking the story so far. So I'm hoping the story continues to go on because it is kind of touching. Um, it is kind of touching on his past so far as wanting to have been a priest at one point. Um, it dealt with one of his exes, Amanda Sefton, in the second issue. Um, yeah, like I said, the mysteries involving him trying to figure out why there was a mass murder of children at a psych ward, and only one survived. And the doctor in charge seems to be very leery on Kurt talking to him. So obviously, and we seen him at one point doing something that set this janitor on fire because he was going to tell Nightcrawler what was going on finally. And so that this Dr. Child's character that's in that is definitely involved in whatever's going on. But yeah, so far so good. I like the first two issues, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to follow up and get the other 10 issues that are in this series. I don't think that all 12 issues are dealing with the same story, but I like Nightcrawler myself. He is one of my favorite X-Men of all time. Um, the father thing that he has, his father Azazel, is kind of a weird thing that Azazel would teleport to Earth and have children with women so they can bring him back to Earth. And it's like, well, if you can make it to Earth, why do you need children to help you make it to Earth? It's like you're already on Earth. So that part was confusing to his backstory, but I blame more of the writers for that as opposed to his actual character. Um, his mother is Mystique. His sister, for all intents and purposes, is Rogue. Um, he had a human brother by the name of Graydon Creed, who led the Friends of Humanity. So he's been around for a while. Has a lot of connections. Another set of books that I ordered um, was X-Men 2099, and I ordered the first three issues of that. But when I did, the seller gave me this extra book here called E for Extinction, #1. And this was the Secret Wars tie-in, I guess, for the time. So I like little surprises like that when you order stuff from a seller and they add in a little extra gift. That's always awesome. And these were the books that extra book came with. X-Men 2099 was a series I enjoyed back in the day. Marvel back in the year 2000 or 1999 decided to make comic books based how they would think in 100 years, 2099. And the first few books they opened up with was X-Men 2099, Spider-Man 2099, which is still a pretty popular character today. Miguel O'Hara, he even did a end credit scene in the Spider-Verse movie. Doom 2099, Punisher 2099, Ravage 2099. At some point, there was Hulk 2099. There's this other mutant team, X Nation 2099. But my favorite 2099 titles were X-Men, Spider-Man, and Doom. I thought those three were pretty dope, and it was actually the real Doom, if I understand that, did travel to the future to this timeline, and he even became president of America. So that was pretty interesting. And then this is issue 3, where they tout their first major death of the team, and already 3 issues into the series, but it winds up being this mutant Serpentina that comes back like a couple years later into the book to get revenge for no one coming and saving her. Alright, so the last batch of books I got were Avengers books from back in the day. What I'm trying to do one of my secret bucket lists is to have a full run of a comic book, and not like 12 or 15 issue run. I want like a number one to like issue whatever 500 of whatever title. And Avengers is kind of where I'm kind of like doing that with. I know it's going to be really hard once it starts getting to the nitty gritty and having to get like issue one and issue five and stuff like that. I'm not. If I ever can get an issue one of Adventures, it's probably going to be some like $200 copy that's all like torn to shreds and barely hanging on by. Thank you, Timmy. Thank you. We're gonna get the staff of the shirts to everyone too, because I want us all repping the shirts. So that's going to be coming to you in a few weeks itself, Tim. So I'll get with you on that. I appreciate you though. But yeah, my secret bucket list is to have all the Avengers books or like all the X-Men books. But I have a lot more Avengers comics than I do X-Men titles. Um, before I show you the books, I want you guys to also realize that my guy Timmy here, if you ever really needed an editor on deck on staff, that's the guy to go to. You go to Timothy Gallagher, Old Smoky Bishop on Facebook, or you go to here. You'll see him on my friends list. You'll see him on my comments. He's the guy that you want editing your videos. So if you ever really are looking for an editor, look up Timmy. He is just a godsend, man, and he's a smart fella. I enjoy talking to him. Still waiting for him to be able to come down, but I know that car is making sure your cars are up for the trip. A long trip is a pain in the ass, so I can definitely get at me, bro. All right, so yeah, how many came in here? 1, 2, 3. All right, so this is going to start with Avengers number 305, and what so far I have Avengers 297 all the way up to 310, and then I got some Avengers issues spaced out from here and there. The oldest Avengers comic I have is Avengers number 40. Oh shit, Saturday getting fixed. All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're gonna have some fun, Timmy, when you come down. Yeah, the oldest comic I have from the Avengers is number 40. Yeah, late 60s, early 70s, I guess. Yeah, that's the oldest comic I have, Avengers number 40. I have to look that up and see how old that is now. But issue 305, it really go to show you how different sometimes the teams go. But they're fighting the lava men. Don't. You got She-Hulk, which she's getting a show soon. Captain America, Quasar in the back there. Thor. Let's see here. Black Panther. It took me a minute to remember who that was. All these characters and most of these characters are in shows or are going to be on shows. As far as the Avengers game, I've been wanting to play that, but I heard that there were so many bugs with that game, and it kind of just like really let me not want to buy it because I have high hopes for these for some of these games. Like I used to love that Marvel game that came out years ago, where you can pick a bunch of characters, and if you pick the right combination of characters, you'll hear a little voice in the back go, femme fatale, or like if you picked all of the Fantastic Four members, you'll hear the announcer go, Fantastic Four. So I used to like picking up, it would make me then pick teams of like, what would happen if it was all elemental characters? And oddly enough, if you picked like Storm, Ultimate Alliance, yes, that's what it was to me. Ultimate Alliance, where even if you pick like Storm, Iceman, Thor, and some other like weather wielding character, it would go. It would say something. It would say something about that. Like it would say the Elementals or something like that. Or if you picked some Avengers, old school Avengers members, it would just go Avengers. But yeah, I used to love that game. So I hold that game in high regards. And if it's not going to promise to be that game, I'm not even going to bother. I don't care how good the graphics are. If it's a shitty setup and a shitty story, I gotta. It's not if it's not going to be a smooth game. I'm not gonna because it's when we spend this money, it's our time that we're spending. That I mean, yes, we're spending the money, but it's also our time that we wasted into it. Where I can, world build in another game. In this issue 306, they're still facing the lava men, but it looks like the adventure went underwater. I figured that the graphics were probably gonna look tight. Probably. I figured that some of the power sets and stuff were gonna look cool, but yeah, I did hear it was highly disappointing, and don't mean to sound like a meanie or nothing like that, but I don't understand what the point of Miss Marvel is, or that Kamala, a Miss Marvel character. I mean, I get she gets big, but what, she only make big fists? I mean, I don't get it. Like, you got stretchy powers, and it's like all you're doing is making big fists. Like I can make big fists. Does that make me a hero? I got big fucking hands. So now we're getting into issue 307 here, where they're still fighting these lava creatures, and Gilgamesh gets taken out. He's not much of a well-known character. He's an Eternal. He may make an appearance in the Eternal movie, but I'm not going to say for sure because, like I said, he's not a full-known character. Then in issue 308, you see the Avengers here trying to find the rest of the Eternals so they can help him recover from his injuries. They go into then next the negative zone in issue 309. And then you see Circe there, who's going to be in the Eternals movie. And then the last issue that came in that little lot. basically female Reed Richards. And then in issue 310, they battle Blastar. And then I'm going to, once I'm done reading those, I'm going to order the next little few issues of that. Yeah, she is basically female Reed Richards. I just don't know why. I mean, I get that took Reed a long time to get used to his powers and think of innovative ways of using his powers. But I I'm not a big fan of the character. I'm not really a big fan of Miss Marvel either. Captain Marvel. Uh, I don't care how many powers you put on someone, it doesn't really make them an interesting character. I think she's been a doof of a character for years as I was growing up reading comic books. Not someone I took very seriously, and someone that a lot of readers probably don't take too seriously, and it has nothing to do with her being female character. I love Storm. I love Rogue. I love Jubilee. She Hulk we've seen on a couple of those covers. I thought She Hulk was a great character. It has nothing to do with. Yeah, Rogue did actually do a better job with the power set than she actually does with the power set. And so like for I hate that, people try to say like these older fans of these properties are sexist or misogynistic or something, and it's really not that. I've had a lot of comics that were. Um, there was this one comic I love uh, back in the day. Um, said Phantom. Phantom. It was a Top Cow comic back in the day. I thought the art to that was pretty good. I thought the story was pretty good. I always loved Red Sonja. Uh, I thought Red Sonja was a badass character. Like I said, a lot of the X Men ladies are definitely badass. You got Storm, who is a goddess, leader, uh, the X Men. So for older fans, it's really not uh, like even when it comes to Star Wars, it's not that older fans are hating on Ray because she's a she. It's that she's a Mary Sue, and that can kind of get corny and played out for a while. And you know, you want. I mean, for me, I want my superhero to. I want my hero to be able to change from the beginning to the end of the story. Yes. Uh, I want them to acknowledge that they're flawed. I mean, Superman, if you look at Superman as a character, he's one bad Beatrix, Beatrix Kiddo. Yes. I mean, come on. Like, these are characters that are definitely worth the time and effort. And then you get, like, the actresses who, and I mean, like, I'm not a big Brie Larson fan either, like, to that degree. Brie Larson with the Captain Marvel movie annoyed me to no end. I would have loved to see how that movie turned out if it wasn't in between Endgame and Infinity War. Um, I mean, between Endgame and the other movie. But yeah, there's definitely not anything to do with um, sexism or anything like that. Like even in GI Joe, if you think about the GI Joe cartoon, you had Lady J, you had Scarlet, you had Jinx. Um, those characters were pretty fun and knew what they were doing. If you look at the Mandalorian season two, that last episode, yes, there was an all female scene, but it wasn't made to feel um, weird or anything like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, uh, oh look, it's just because they're all women they're about to fight. No, it was the best crew for the team, and it just happened to be all women. So you know that's my thoughts on that. Um, but I also want to talk about this week the passing of DMX. Domino. Domino is also a great character, actually, with Cable and X Force. Domino is definitely up there as a badass assassin, badass fighter, badass leader, for sure. For sure, I'll agree with that one, Timmy. Yeah, rest in peace, DMX, man. This week was a bad hit for the music community, for the world. DMX man passed away. Um, I really don't want to speculate into how he passed away because it's really at this point doesn't really matter how he passed away. The fact is that he's gone, and his presence is going to be missed definitely by his family and his children and stuff. I mean, I can't pretend to act like I know what their grief is when it comes to Mr. Simmons there. But it was good to see a lot of people showing love for X these last few days. Um, Seeing videos of him with his daughter at an amusement park, or him just doing. He did this little prayer session at the Breakfast Club one interview. It seemed to be recent. Uh, he just seems to be, even though he had his you know his issues. Uh, there are mainly more issues of self harming himself than harming other people. Uh, by the addiction getting to him and stuff, and not being able to be strong enough all the time to deny it. And it doesn't mean he's a bad person for that. You know what I mean? We all have moments of weaknesses, but I think he really was someone who tried to uh, leave the world in a better place than when he left it. He did. Drink Champs. Wow. All right. So yeah, he did. Drink Champs about a month ago was a great interview. I'm gonna have to check that out. And that versus right with Snoop Dogg was I don't want to say that was 2021. If it wasn't 2021, it was definitely like near late 2020. That versus he had with Snoop Dogg. Uh, he seemed to be in uh, jovial spirits 2020. Okay, he seemed to be in decent spirits then. Um, yeah, like I said, his issues were never about. Uh, I never really heard him about like harming other people on a regular basis. Now, maybe he would get into arguments. I don't know with say his loved ones if he wants to leave the house or whatever. I'm not there. It's not my business. Those type of scenarios, but that's anybody. Anybody has arguments with their family. You know what I mean? It does again not make you a bad person. Um, I think a lot of his issues were more of a self harming nature. By putting the substances into his body and going overboard with it at times. And like I said, I'm not going to dictate to say that that's what happened with his death. I don't know. Media is saying one thing, or this, that, the other thing. At this point, it's already, uh, he's already moved on to the other life, and a lot of people are gonna. I mean, all weekend people were blasting his music where I lived. It was crazy, and Prince Philip from England died that same day. And I heard some people wonder why uh, Prince Philip wasn't getting as much love as DMX. And it's kind of like, well, if you even look up anything about Prince Philip compared to DMX, I mean, first of all, the man was 99 years old. It was about time for him to move on. He was an associate of an alleged trafficker. You know what I mean? Uh, he was alive when England was colonizing countries. Like he was, alive when they were taking over countries and forcing the natives of those countries to be like them. And I don't recall DMX doing any of that. You know what I mean? DMX left a legacy of music and of love, and Prince Philip left most likely a legacy of pain with people. Um, he wasn't really too much of a revered man, from what I hear. But then again, maybe I'm only hearing one side, but I'm really not interested in hearing the other side, to be honest. But yeah, DMX, man, rest in peace. Um, my favorite song by him was Damien, but of course, you always gotta stop, drop, uh, closing down, open up shop. You always gotta be, you always gotta wonder what these bitches want from you, man. Somebody please let him know what these bitches want from a person. Um, let's see. Oh my god. Yeah, stop. It's just so many hits that it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I would imagine he must have sold, and he's had to have sold at least 10 million records in his life. At least that it has to be up there, man. The amount of records he sold. I mean, I can't imagine with the amount of hits and bangers he had that there wasn't up there with the money and stuff and the amount of singles and records he sold. He's must have plaques all over. They want to drive you nuts. Timmy, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. These ladies certainly do want to um, drive me nuts. At least mine wants to drive me nuts. I know that for sure. I haven't signed that life insurance yet, Mrs. Tully Television, so you better watch out. um, yeah, man. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on DMX. I think that his legacy and his positive things will outshine some of the more unfortunate times of his life. And like I said, the unfortunate times of his life, he was more affected. Little do I know, it's been signed already. I'm thinking I'm signing the kid's report card, and it's a life insurance policy. Oh shit, that's funny. That's funny. Nice little joke to lift up the spirits there. Um, as far as where DMX lays on the list of greatest hip hop stars, rap stars, R&B stars, I always feel like he is definitely in discussion for Mount Rushmore status for rap, or as an artist in that genre. Um, I think he's definitely better than a lot of cats that are out now. I would have liked to hear him. I would have liked to hear him do some songs with people though that uh, maybe 21 Savage. You're right. Just sign here. You don't got to read that. It's just words. Sign here. I would have liked to see DMX do a song with 21 Savage. I like 21 Savage. Uh, how much money you got? A lot. How many people you killed? A lot. Uh, I didn't kill a lot of people or any people. Let me just make that clear. No people did I kill. I'm just reciting a song. I would have liked to have him do a song with 21 Savage. And I this one video I seen would have made me interested in seeing a DMX and Taylor Swift collaboration. I would have loved to perhaps seen that. That would have been entertaining. Um, but yeah, DMX I think touched a lot of people in a positive way, and we're definitely not going to see an artist like him too much in the future. And there's not too many more uh, rapper guys I can think of that will be on that level. Yeah, I mean, Snoop Dogg is still around. You got Eminem still around, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube. Um, some of the other members of NWA. Busy Bone feature song fuse song. Busy Bone featuring DMX. Song for You is a great song. I'm gonna have to check that out because Wu Tang, right? Wu Tang is still around. Um, so I'm still glad that we still have some of these legends around. Uh, but it really puts a damper on it because you start realizing how old I am. Bone Thugs is still around. Cause like when DMX came around, I'm trying to think. Was it early 2000s? Early 2000s came out, so I was maybe mid 20s. So that he's been around for a while. So I remember having a lot of memories of hearing his songs in the background. 97, 98. Damn. So yeah, he's been around for a fucking long time. I remember. I don't think I've ever been to a bar or club that's you haven't heard at least one of his songs. You know what I mean? Um, Unless you're in some country bar down in Mississippi or something like that, or you hanging out with the good old boys. You know, if you're hanging out with the Duke boys, you certainly won't hear no DMX in the General Lee. You know what I mean? Um, but I think that in most cases, in most bars and clubs and stuff, you've heard at least one DMX song getting played, even if it's "You Gonna Make Me Lose My Mind Up in Here, Up in Here," which they played that song and Zach and Miri make a porno, and I thought that was one of the funniest scenes in that movie when they kind of do the movie and they all have a little dance party to that song in the apartment, and everyone gets their own little uh, dance off moment, which is cool. Um, but yeah, even in the Seth Rogen movie, you're gonna get a DMX song, you know. And anyone who tries to tell you that DMX is lame or can't spit bars or can't get in your gut, get in your heart, get in your mind with his words and his actions, and then they lying to you, man. They lying. They liars. They're fucking liars. You know, like again, I'm not trying to say DMX is the best ever rapper, but he is definitely up there as one of the more well-known talents. And yeah, X gonna give it to you as in Deadpool. That's right. So you even get like if you look at Ryan Reynolds, if you didn't know who Ryan Reynolds was, right, and you just see Ryan Reynolds walking down the street, you'd figure like, oh, that's just an average uh, a white guy walking down the street. You'd probably be like, maybe he knows who he is, maybe he doesn't. But you know, here you got him spotlighting one of his songs in his movie, and it works so well because you know I would have loved to see actually DMX, and now I'm thinking of it in some sort of like superhero movie, like just him interacting with whoever. I think that with whoever it would be fucking gold because He just anything he touched, he just did well in the acting. Right. Thank you. I was gonna say like even you beat me to the punch with Belly, but he like even with the acting, he did well. He did well with the acting even that he, it's just a shame, man. It's a shame that he was a prisoner of his mind in certain situations because he could have bought himself so much more and so much more income. And I know that's not like the biggest deal to be worried about money and stuff, but man, uh, I just feel like he had so much more to give to the world, and it just wasn't uh, meant to be, I guess. But let me lighten up the mood a little bit and say I want to thank everyone for stopping by during the streams. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, hitting that bell notification, taking your time out to let me provide you some relief, alleviation of stress in the world. We got Cactus 99. We got we got uh, people in the country feeling hurt and disparaged with our systems in place, and there's not much I can do to change the world around you. But what I can do is offer you the love of comic books that I have. Um, yeah, we. I definitely want to, you know, let you know that again. I'm going to be dropping that bonfire link down below once I'm done with the stream. The prices of the shirts range from 19.99 to 24.99 or 21.99. Um, uh, Again, no pressure. You know, anything that I make off the shirts are going to go right back into the channel. With trying to maybe give some shekels to my editor, or maybe uh, getting more comic books to review, or getting better equipment to use. Um, we're we're in it. Tully Television is in it to win it. Okay, we are the best underrated entertainment YouTube channel going right now. I guarantee it. I'm not saying we're the best, but we're definitely underrated with where our subscriber count is. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe now. Help us out. If you don't like it, if you don't like the content, no pressure. All you gotta do is unsubscribe. But what is subscribing going to do? How is it going to hurt you? It's only going to help us. If you're already here, you already like the content. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is hit a little button and a little bell notification next to it and stuff like that. That's all you really gotta do. Um, we're in this to win this, man. We're in this to win this. Me and my circle, Mrs. Tully Television, Chrissy, Tim. You see Jordan coming by. Yeah, we can get better with support and feedback. If you're getting tired of me reviewing the older comic books and want me to do newer comic books, or if you like the movie reviews better, if you like this review better, let us know. Um, I have been trying to stay a little bit away from the musical spotlights lately because it gets to be a pain in the ass with these copyright strikes and everything. So it's a little bit harder with the songs and stuff like that. Uh, but but if you want to see musical spotlights, I'm willing to do that still. You know what I mean? We can get around that. Uh, if you guys want to see me do more television show reviews or this review, that review, I'm more than willing to do that. But you guys gotta let me know what you like. You guys gotta let me know what subjects you want me to get into. You let me know what you want. If you want to know my thoughts on something, just ask. You just ask. You know what I mean? Yeah, Disney don't like us. Disney don't like us, and I almost feel like they know, like that I like Gina. maybe maybe my little Gina back there got them mad at me. Uh, yeah, Disney really gave a problem that one night. I can't believe it. It's crazy. But yeah, we run on you guys. You know what I mean? You're basically uh, helping steer this channel where we all want it to go. It may say Tully Television on the marquee, but it's really a group project. It started off as a solo project, obviously, but it became a group thing. And I want everyone that's been helping with the channel to grow with us. I want the audience to grow with us. I want everything that we deserve as a channel, as a community, with you guys and us. We are going to reach it together. We're going to reach this together, and then when we get big, you can say that you guys are around since the beginning. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know it's hard to really, uh, you know, keep it fresh and not keep it stale. But that's why we're going to rely on you for letting us know when we're getting a little stale. I'm getting a little stale, let me know. If I'm getting a little stale, be like, hey, let's hear what you guys say about this or say about that. You know what I mean? I'm always up for it. Um, Timmy's got a couple of videos that he's going to get to um, when he's able to. I'm going to be able to. New vids coming very soon. I'm gonna start filming a couple more in the next few days and send it to Timmy's way. Um, the next few videos are gonna be Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 5 review. So it's basically this episode tomorrow at the time of this recording, and then one next week will be the last two episodes of that season. Kevin Feige did say that he's unsure if there's going to be a season 2. So as far as this episode 6, that will be the last episode of that. Then we're going to get into the Loki series after that. But yeah, my thoughts on episode 5. I'm going to get in touch with Jordan and see if he wants to do that with me. And we're going to be definitely coming back here next Thursday night. I'll let you guys keep updated on what I'm going to uh, talk about. That was another thing I want to talk about before I wrap up. I watched a movie called My Spy with Dave Bautista, with Chrissy and our little guy Noah. Entertaining movie. Basically, Batista and his CIA partner have to watch over a mother and a young girl. The young girl figures out that the CIA is watching them, and she blackmails Dave Batista to basically do things with her, like take her out to ice skating and stuff like that. And eventually, he falls in love with the mother. The mother finds out that he's a CIA agent. She gets mad for him lying, but he really loves her. And long story short, he saves the day. Uh, him and the mother really do fall in love, and they create a little family near the end. Um, aw, I'm sorry. I know spoilers. I forget to mention spoilers, but it's a cute movie. Some definite laughs throughout the movie. It made me chuckle a few times at least. And if you're looking for a warm family movie to watch with your kids and your partner, or if you're even just looking for a little heart tugger, uh, My Spy is definitely worth. It's definitely worth the watch. It's definitely worth the watch. Um, I give it an 8 out of 10, an 8 out of 10, because of course you get some corny jokes that are more for kids, but overall it's a good movie. It's a very good movie. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. It means the world to me and to everyone that works on the channel. Don't forget, check out your Tully Television shirts. Bonfire. I'm gonna lay the link down below. Like I said, no pressure, but help support the channel. And until next time, peace, Nickums. Ah. Oh.